Welcome back to the show. Professor McClellan. Now, according to the GCR report, Vietnam is ranked number 71 in the quality of the education system, but it ranked number 120 in the quality of the management schools. So as a professor in management field, do you think it's normal at all?
Well, it is a low ranking, and perhaps the sophistication of the business and management schools is something that needs to be addressed. This can be addressed on several levels. Primarily, you have MOET, which is the educational advisory group within your country, and they can legislate for certain approaches to business and management. The way we look at management in RMIT is to look at, first of all, the staff. We have a large international body. 70% of our staff are international. This helps with the globalization of the curriculum because management and business is a global thing. Whether Vietnam has done that is questionable, and it may be that that's the way they might like to go.
Yeah, but in general, do you think that what is the main difference between education and management education?
Education is the transfer of knowledge. And the transfer of knowledge traditionally has been, we will teach you this, you will be examined. Management education, it's a case of the theories are there. We talk about the theories, but what we try to do is say, let's look at what is real and let's try and tackle problems. Many universities follow this philosophy, which is called problem-based learning. RMIT follows the philosophy of authentic learning. And we look at real business problems and we look at the application of the skills that we give to the students and the theory, and we try to solve those business problems. So the difference between education and management education is application. But it's also the case that we need to consider other things. What is relevant for the current environment? So Vietnam's environment is something we're very, very focused on. We deliver a Melbourne curriculum. The students get a Melbourne qualification, which is a bachelor's or a master's or a doctorate. But we focus on the Vietnamese environment. What is good for the Vietnamese environment? So we take the Australian curriculum and we make it fit into the Vietnamese environment. It's authentic, it's global, it helps the local economy, the national economy, but also it enables students to be international and global.
Yeah, so is that one of the ways that we can reduce, the quality of the management,
The quality is based on recruitment. And in RMIT, we have a policy that we only employ doctoral level staff to teach our students. Having the right qualifications from the staff is important. Having the right global sense is important. Having the focus on the Vietnamese economy is important. And having the ability to engage with industry appropriately for the students is important.
But anyway, because Vietnam is now, the management schools of Vietnam is now ranked about 120 among 137 countries, while
right.
Australia is ranked about 17th position. So, is you confidence that at RMIT universities, students can, you can kind of close the gap?
Closing the gap can be done in many ways. It takes time. It's an evolutionary thing. But there are ways that you can get quick wins. And the ways that you can get quick wins, especially for Vietnamese universities, if they wish to improve their position, is to collaborate. So collaborate with universities, not just in Vietnam, but in a wider sense. Another way is to win bids, which are bids that are focused into business, solving business problems. This is really where external bodies, external groups, like companies, like business, but also like government, can put up funding and people can bid for it competitively, and then they can do research and work that is important for Vietnam. So these things can be done quickly. Changing the curriculum is a longer thing.
From the government level, what you think that Vietnam should do?
Well, they can become creative with the curriculum. Moet, for example, can set standards in business education. They can look across, because RMIT is aligned with Moet. Australia is aligned with Moet. And Moet does this, and they are doing it because they want to know about curricula in other areas. They want to know what is successful in an international environment. Yeah.
And of course, universities must take the, initiative, right?
Yes.
In order to complete this. But since the time that RMIT, present
yes.
In Vietnam, up until now, do you see that any changes at all?
There are now lots and lots of international schools. There are lots of entrants into the market. They see opportunity. We've been here a while, and we don't look at opportunity. We are not interested in entering the market to be successful financially, because any money we make as a university, we feed back into scholarships for students. $1.5 million last year we gave as scholarships. We are interested in developing Vietnam. And I think, although there are many entrants into the market in terms of universities, Vietnam universities can learn from them, they can collaborate with them, and they can learn a lot, especially from management and international business. But I think they have to be selective.
But right now, are you collaborating with any local universities at all?
We collaborate with 8 universities at the moment in terms of a research collaboration. This is just my department. Another thing we do is we interact with not only business, but with government. Right. And recently we were involved in developing the government office for Da Nang for tourism.
Yeah, it is quite useful and meaningful there, what you've been doing
Yeah.
at RMIT Vietnam. And we will catch up on education and innovation in the next part of the talk. And thank you very much. We will return shortly.